Hello everyone, welcome to Pick Up Play. I'm looking at a game called The Cub today, which during the recent Steam sale it popped up. I think I might have seen it earlier in the year, but it sort of popped up and looked fairly interesting. It's got a cartoon look to it. I won't sort of dwell on this because we'll see it and I'll talk. But it's sort of a Limbo up with this sort of cartoon and look, and it runs pretty well on Steam Deck as well. So where shall we go? I don't want to. I think there's about 9 chapters, so obviously I want to be a little bit careful about what I show. But I've captured footage. Same sort of thing. It's going to be a bit of a review, so I've captured some footage that I'm going to splice in, including a bit from the Steam Deck. So you play as the Cub. It's this seemingly this mutant who humans, the rich humans, I guess, have fled to Mars because the planet is. I think it's a sort of parable for nuclear. I don't know if it is really, but essentially we've created this rocket fuel to get to Mars. Or I say we, a rich billionaire who seemingly owns Tesla. They've created this. They want to get to Mars, and they're supposed to be able to get to Mars and come back, and that isn't actually what happens. What the rest of us can go fuck ourselves. So yeah, a lot of you can see the cub in the background gets left, and they've seemingly mutated and they can survive on the planet, whereas the humans, or now Martians, come back to sort of play golf and strip Earth of its resources, and but they realise you're here, and as you can see here, they're gonna catch that mutant bastard if it's the last thing they do, and so you're at various points you get chased by all three of the researchers. So this can be. It can occasionally be a bit frustrating, this game. Firstly, it looks incredible. So actually I better go up for air. I don't think there's anything down there. I might have missed some stuff on my playthrough, so I thought I might just use this as an excuse to see if I'd left anything. Just pick up the odd sort of thing. I did find something that I'd missed. There's teddy bears you can grab as a kid, and yeah. So you got this here that's got steam coming off it. Is I think it's a newspaper. So there you go. A high tower immigrant group snuck onto the Hope rocket, and yeah. So yeah, you see, I'm missing one newspaper. Frustrating, very frustrating. I don't actually care that much, but yeah. So the most striking thing about this is how it looks, and then as a consequence, it also runs really well because it's what it's not having to do, I suppose. Everything's got this sort of hand-drawn look to it. So there's a lot of collectibles and stuff. So burps, I got 10 of 11. Again, I've missed one somewhere. Who knows where? There's emails here. These little robot things are like emails. Again, I've missed 2. Newspaper, Immortality Labs, closer to solving death. Yeah, there's a guy, I think that's on this email that I've clicked past, he was saying, oh yeah, thank you healthcare workers and stuff. Like, the game has a lot of commentary on, like, you can see it's pulled from today's stories, I guess. Also that email to finish it was saying someone's lived to like 140, solved death, basically, and now what? There's TVs to find again. I think I got all these. And they're just little nonsense bits. Yeah, 11 of 11. Yeah, smashed it on that. So the game. Okay, so you can see that guy he's just come into shop. And there's electricity there at the bottom, so we don't want to go too far down. We are going to have to go up to get air in a second. There we go. And then back down because we're going to have to go through here. Hopefully I've picked an exciting bit. If not, I'll have to splice in other bits. A lot of work on the other bits, I think. So, yeah, we've got newspaper. New research links use of digidopamine platform, so Twitter or whatever, to anxiety and depression in teenagers. And then this one, Muscovich, just bought 12% of DigiDopamine and is becoming a board member. The DigiDopamine owners are literally buying their way into his rockets to Mars, the same rockets for the ultra-rich that are flagged as fake news on the DigiDopamine platform. So, yeah, you know. Yeah, there's commentary in the game. It's at points, and you've got it references. I think even on the Steam page, it sort of references like it says it sort of references the classics to tell a modern tale or something like that. And yeah, there is an element of that because you find the Jungle Book very early in the game. I think I already got this. Yeah, just little bespoke animations like that. You can't do anything with this, which is a bit of a shame. That arcade machine. But yeah, there's stuff like it's so well done in a lot of ways. This game, I genuinely love the look of it. It's oh god, I can free those fish, but I'm gonna have to go up for air. Can I get more air? Let's go. I think we can go underneath. I don't think I went above last time. Maybe I should have. Maybe that's where I missed something, but I don't think so. Anyway, we'll keep going because there's not this is not the most exciting thing, so maybe I should start referencing stuff. So to be able to splice some stuff in. So the game, there's a few different styles. There's obviously this sort of slow swimming through, avoiding electricity and stuff like that. There's later on in the game, and I'm not going to show much of this, but there is a flying section where you're okay, I just died. Where you don't get to do anything other than just sort of control the flight, and it can be a bit. I found it to be a bit slidey, a bit moving up and down can get you in trouble. So dodging stuff it's not a bullet hell shooter. It's not as precise as that. Trying to play it like that will get you in trouble, but there is a bit of an issue that sometimes you're going to have to play it like that. Okay, I don't actually remember doing this bit, but let's go down. Should we go down or should we go up? Whatever. We're going down. So the flight section towards the end of the game, it is one of the bits where, and it's sort of fine in a way because it is the end of the game. It's probably one of the bits I got more frustrated with. Not all the way through, but you can be put back relatively far at points. It's not massively hard, but I found myself having to redo that bit quite a bit, and it got a bit frustrating. There's another bit right at the end of the game that's they actually reference like Lion King as a game, and it's very similar to a moment in the Lion King game. Again, I'm not going to spoil it, but that bit definitely found frustrating. It's moments like that where the controls kind of let you down a little bit, and you can end up. It can sometimes you don't move the way you expect. You don't jump the way you expect. You don't grab things you think you should grab, and it can be. Those moments are the moments that can be a little frustrating and a little irritating in the game. So there's probably lots of bits I could pick. Maybe we'll see some as I go through live, but there's definitely moments that I could sort of spice over the top now that I just did not grab a thing. It just didn't happen, and that can be frustrating when it happens and you have to redo stuff. The game's not huge, and it's not like you get set back that far bar the odd moment, but it can be frustrating when you're making otherwise good progress. I mean, we may even see it here because I'm going to be doing some platforming here. It sort of feels sometimes like, so you've got a double jump, you have got a dash move like that. You can duck and you can slide if you're running. Oh, I'm not doing enough. There we go. It feels sometimes like if the game doesn't want you to be doing a double jump or something, if it doesn't think you need it, then it won't let you do it, but you're pressing and you're expecting to have that kind of control. And I could be wrong with this, but that's how it feels. It feels like the game doesn't always do everything you expect it to. Now, I know I got this. I'm sure I did, but we'll get it anyway. Another one in the books. So I just need to wait here where we can't be seen. That does go all the way over. There we go. Oh shit, let's wait here. So it's a bit hard to tell whether or not I can be seen here, but yeah, but we're alright. So this bit, I actually, this is a prime example of some of the odd moments. I tried grabbing this bag, so you can grab this carrier bag and drop down. I didn't die on this bit, I don't think, but these moments, you see that? I just didn't. It's fine. It's fine. Did not jump the way I expected to there. I thought it would just grab one of the bags, but I think it's just the orange one. And, oh well. Not the end of the world, but it's to teach you... Oh, shit. It's to teach you the mechanics. Here's what this does. So, okay, good. No, we'll go this way. Yeah, in terms of the mechanics, you've seen the gameplay styles, the sort of stealth aspect. Okay, well, before I finish this thought, because this is something that I did want to show. So some of the writing is... I really like the plot of this game, I should say. Some of the writing is... like I quite like the references to real-world stuff, I'll admit that. Some stuff like this... my battery-powered automatic voice is actually propaganda for toddlers. There's ones where it says stuff like... oh, good, I just about made that. Like... made by children for children, or something like that, or made by poor children for rich children, or something. It can be a little, I don't know, I was going to say heavy-handed, but I think we're right here. We can just duck again if needs be. Yeah, sometimes it's I don't know, the subtlety isn't there, and it can feel a little heavy-handed, which I feel bad saying because I don't really care that it's heavy. You see how I was just a bit slow to jump then? It felt like there was more weight in terms of the distance. I didn't go as far as I was expecting. Okay, let's wait for him to go. But yeah, so you've got these bits. There's a few moments in the game. It's usually involving this guy where you just have to sort of hide and stealth and... yeah. Not great for a video. but you can see how nice and good looking the game is. Yeah, you know, it's a really good looking game. Is he going to go further left? Okay, good. But again, that didn't jump the way you'd think. And we've got this bag, so I've had it where I've just not grabbed, or I've grabbed the bag and then just immediately let go of it. And I don't know if it's counted a double jump in there or something like that, or a press, or tried grabbing one of the other carry bags on the way down. I don't know. It's yeah, it's a cool little effect though, like the animation on it and stuff. It's you know, one of the many examples of this being a good looking game. I'll probably cut away in a minute because this is going to be spoilers for this game, or for what happens to this guy. So let's keep going. But yeah, so in terms of some of the issues I had, first thing I'm going to say, it's very cheap, or it was. I got it for like £6 something in the Steam sale, so I think it's back up to about 10. It is fairly short. It's about 4 hours, if that. I think Steam had me as playing it for 4 hours, and I played it on Steam Deck and then on Steam. So, yeah. Oh, this is just going to get spoiled, or maybe I'll cut away to something else. Yeah. So I've sort of said, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I wonder what happened if he catch me. Oh, we got to do all this again, right? So I will cut away to some examples of stuff. So yeah, like I say, it doesn't always grab ledges. And I looked in the Steam discussion, which is the forums, and that's always a mistake, really. But there were comments about that in the demo, apparently. Or yeah, I think in the demo, and the developers sort of acknowledged it and said we will try and improve it. It's still there, but maybe it's better than it was. But yeah, it definitely had moments that didn't. I just didn't grab things, and it's like you sort of hit it with your shoulder almost on a double jump, and then it just doesn't actually grab anything. So things like that are a little frustrating. I had it so, like I said before, with the double jump not registering. There's an animation to things like ducking, and there's a minecart section. And the minecart section, I mean, I'll play a chunk of it here whilst I sort of talk over, I suppose, because yeah, I don't want to spoil what happens in the plot here, but that minecart section, I mean, it's a minecart section, and it plays like one. It's minecart sections in games, it's like sewer levels and stuff like that. It's just one of the things that we have in gaming. There's not too many examples of them being good. I suppose maybe Resident Evil 4 is an example, but like the rest of it, I think Sonic 2 on the Game Gear was fucking on Master Systems, or yeah. The entirety of Donkey Kong Country, not a fan, but it's it's very much a you need to learn how to play it. Like learn from your mistakes style. Like you have to fail to get further. And then when it turns out like you've remembered you need to duck at this bit, but because you're sort of relaxed and you're pushing it, you're not ducking quick enough, and you are ducking in terms of you're pressing the button before the obstacle, but it takes 5 frames for the character to the cub to duck, and therefore you're getting hit by things. That can be irritating. It's also the area where I sort of felt like I probably more than any other area, I got sort of flung off in weird directions, or something didn't trigger the way it was supposed to, and I felt like I was, what was supposed to be kind of automated, I was having to work a bit harder to guide in. But I'd played that bit on Steam Deck, and then was playing it on PC on the main PC to capture footage that you get to know it. So cut back to where I am now. We've the soundtrack's generally pretty good, and some of the tracks actually I liked, and again feels like they're written. I don't know if they are all written for the game, but some of them feels like they're specifically written for a reason, or to get the message across that they want to get across. So we are. I don't know if we did need to move that. Oh well. So this is a bit of a spoiler, I suppose, in terms of this is how you do this bit. If you're after any secrets, there's some stuff here. Again, a thing to collect. There's lots of little collectibles in the game. Whether or not you want to, whether you care enough, I suppose. So we need to get up here for this. I mean, we don't need to, but that's where because the where we need to go is up here. But dropping that giant mirror ball down means we can go this way. And there's so digidopamine suspends account of insurgency associated public figures, and then we can go in here, which takes us up here, and let's get this, and yeah, I think it's food or something. And then when you get to glass, you can do your dash thing like that and smash through it. But I'm going this way. So in terms of what I think of the game, I mean I think it's worth playing. It's pretty short. It's not as tight and as fluid as you'd want, but it looks great. I mean, it's got different locations. The animation, like seen there, it's cool. Like it's So one of the things that I do find surprising with the cub main character, he's not that likable. He's not the worst character ever, but I don't know. Wasn't actively rooting for him because he is a bit of a prick, and that's not, it's not to say that I was rooting for the humans necessarily, but yeah, I don't know. He's not as likable as you'd expect. So I think I've got all these. I've obviously missed someone somewhere, and it'll be the same bit I've missed again. So before I wrap up, the Steam Deck runs this really well. There aren't a lot of options in terms of settings and stuff, but the Steam Deck version, or playing it on a Steam Deck, it sort of defaults to 720p, or whatever it is, 800p for the Steam Deck, and I think it might be 720. I was getting 60 frames a second. I mean, I'm sure the battery wouldn't have lasted too much, but yeah, it's not a bad game to play on the Steam Deck. Like, it's dip in and out of it. It's clear enough to see stuff, and it's a simple enough little game to play. You don't need. It's just it's a platformer most of the time. Whilst that, like I said, that lag in the controls sometimes, unresponsiveness. I was a little. Sometimes the Steam Deck controls can feel a little laggy, but not so bad. And this was one of those occasions where it did make me wonder what was at fault. And I do think, unfortunately, it's the game rather than Steam Deck. In terms of everything else, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I think it's a solid game. It's not great, it's not perfect, but I'm glad I played it. It's in terms of a game, I think it came out January this year. It came out quite early. If you can play it before the end of the year to see if it's something to, if you do an end of the year list, then yeah, it's maybe is worth your time. Steam Deck. The only issue I had with the Steam Deck actually is a weird little bug was, there's too many factors involved. So I captured Steam Deck through the Steam Deck dock using a Steam controller. It's on brand, I'm not messing around. Whenever I had to interact with anything, it was something in the game. The Steam controller would just turn itself off, and so I kept dying. I might even show a bit of the footage of that happening. It was an odd little bug. So I didn't want to take the time to set everything else up. So I've got limited footage of the Steam Deck version. But yeah, all in all, is it worth your time? Yeah, I think so. Is it got problems? Yeah, yep. But all in all, it's a decent game, and I'd hope they get to make another game at some point. This is going to get stressful. This bit I died quite a lot in. Oh shit. I thought I'd made that jump for the first time then. I don't know if you can sort of outrun it to the point where you can sort of gain, or if he just instantly catches up to you because it's programmed, he's going to stay X amount of distance away from you. Oh, right at the end. Oh well. So we'll call it there. But that's the Cub. I think it's pretty solid. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's pretty good. Glad I played it. Will it be my game of the year stuff at the end of the year? If it is, that's usually, there's usually an indie game, or a couple of indie games in there, and Blacktrow, obviously number one. We'll see. We'll see what else, but it's certainly among the. It's a struggling, because if I was giving this a score back in the day, I think this would be a 7 or something. It'd be a 7. It's a good little game, but what can you do? It's not life changing. There's so many other games, but it just looks so cool. I think it's worth doing. It tells an interesting story. Enjoyed the story a lot. There's elements of it, like the pulling aspects from modern day headlines and stuff. Yeah, I think there's stuff here for even with the negatives. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a look around the channel, and hopefully there's get some other videos that you want, and I'm going to keep trying to. I don't know how often I'm going to try and do these sort of review style ones a bit. I'm going to try and play games enough to have sort of coherent thoughts on them rather than just sort of come up with something as I'm capturing. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.